It was an interesting moment for me at the time because I really wasn't seeking someone or anyone, I should say. I just hoped if I did meet someone that they would be a positive person to meet. Everything he was saying and doing was making me fall in love with him.
A lot of people quit going, that's just how it got to be. But she keeps on fighting and it takes a lot of guts. No justice, no peace!
You two are like two immature cartoon characters.
Objection. Where's any of this evidence of this?
Order!
I'm sanctioning you for $15,000.
I have a right to see my son.
This is all about a child. A poor boy born into a battle.
This is not justice! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No peace! No justice!
You're trying to have a judge removed.
I'll sanction her for thousands of dollars for coming to court.
How much money is Mr. K-Man and Mr. Gee paying you and your fellow judges to keep this woman away from her child?
Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I'm gonna survive, gotta survive. Said I'm gonna survive, I gotta survive. Even with your lies, I've gotta survive, gonna survive. Said I'm gonna survive, I'm gonna survive. Even with your lies.
This is the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show. Dr. Meleeka Clary is a clinical psychologist, actress, director, model, and human rights activist. On this program, Dr. Meleeka guides you toward a more fulfilling life through the power of positive psychology. And now, please welcome your host, Dr. Meleeka Clary.
Welcome to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. Welcome, everybody. Oh, I'm so glad God gave me another day. I have to say thank you, Jesus. Give me another day to be able to say I love you to my children and to do this show. You know, I always have to give grace. Because all the things that goes on, no one's perfect. Nothing's perfect. Everybody deals with something. But we just pray that he can get us through it. I'm like, one day at a time. Just get me through it. Just get me through it. And it's difficult, you know, for a lot of people and myself. But we still got to stay in the fight for life because life is lifing. Okay? So we always have to remember that. Life is lifing, people. And that's all I could tell you. Because today I woke up and it was like, okay, I got hit this way, that way, this way. Things out of my control. You know, and sometimes you just have to be like, well, I don't know what else to say. But I'm still going to have to just go on there with the punches and do what I got to do. You know, there's always a solution, you know, and that's what I always have to say and think. You know, it might seem real tough because you can't change people's behaviors or they have to want to do that or their mindset because that's what personality is. You know, people have different personalities, so people think differently and people don't understand. And that's something that I realize, you know, and I have to say that because, you know, I have compassion and I care about people and I think people should be kind to people, including myself. I need to be kind to other people too, because I don't know what they're going through. But it's hard sometimes when you're going through something and you're just like, okay, I'm going through something. You don't understand what I'm going through. They may do. It's just different. Their situation is different. We all have similarities and things, ups and downs, but that's what life is all about, you know, and I try to just stay in it because even in the midst of the storm, I say to myself, okay, it's this way, but it can get better. Maybe the next day I could just hold on. You know, I wear my knees out because I pray. Sometimes I want to say that I think God's not listening because I want movement now. And I know he is. When he moves, he'll be on time. He'll send people to move those mountains for you. And I realize that. So take it from me. I do understand when patience needs to be the essence. And we don't want patience. But the Bible says that we need to have patience. I know. That's easy said than done, even including me, because I have to have patience. But hopefully somebody will understand some things and maybe we can change some things. But I always would use myself as that model. If I could change something, maybe somebody else could change something or change my behavior, for me, so I can be better for other people too. And so that's something that we all need to remember is that it's not going to stay like this. It just can't be. It just can't stay like this. I mean, I believe that. And I want you to believe that too. It's not going to stay like this. It might feel hard now and tough and down and out. You know, you might feel like you want to have a pity party, but or should I say, have the pity party, but get out of it. Okay, maybe I should say that because I be wanting to, go through my little pity party too. Sometimes I just want to be just left alone. Let me deal with what I got to deal with. So, and I just want you to understand that we all go through something. As you know, um, I still deal with my mom, and that's an ongoing situation. Up and down, sick in the hospital, up and down, sick. It's always something, but she's still here, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'm still here too, and able to assist her with these new changes in her life because it's so difficult. Getting older, it kind of like, I mean, it's what you want, but it kind of has a disadvantage too because you're not like you used to be. So I help her go through that, and me too, because it's hard for me to watch a loved one just, deteriorate. But I try to make that easy and go through what I go through. So hopefully we all just have a break, a good break. And that's what I'm looking for. A nice little break, good times, good times. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to all my fans. You guys reach out to me and all your prayers and your help with sharing the Dr. Meleeka Clary show and following me. And on my social medias, as you know, you see the orange line there. It's available. And for tuning into the Three Corners Deception movie on Prime Video, it's still available. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Because share my story, because it's real. And it's still going on. There's still corruptions in the court system. I still go through it. Unfortunately, I see some bias. It's tremendous amount of bias that I see. And, they're trying to silence me on a lot of things and try to bully me. And I see that. I don't like it. I don't think it's fair that people abuse their judicial powers to hurt somebody, just because you can. One day that's going to stop. And I'm still waiting for that day for them to realize, you know what? It's not right. Until you do right, we got rights around here. There's laws to protect civilians and, myself, of course. But when they need a law, I bet you they start realizing, oh wow, it's different now on the other side. Now you need help. So you people who are doing that, think about you. Think about a situation you may get in and may need somebody help or need to help somebody and nobody's going to help you because you didn't help nobody else. So that's why I say try to change your behaviors because it's, you just don't know when karma's going to come because people, it does come. I believe in that. But I do also believe in vengeance is not mine, people. It's God and God alone. But when he play, he get the job done. So I will say that. So I'm going to be patient and let my God work his magic. Okay. So with that being said, I'm just enjoying what I have at the moment. Everybody's good. We're just going through day by day. So just keep on sharing and caring, and being nice to other people. Nice to yourself, but share the love. I really want to tell people that. Share love, because you really do need to do that. We need to be kind to each other. We need to be sympathetic. Not everybody's got a story that's just making it up. Some people got some real heavy stuff they go through. And sometimes it's not easy to understand somebody else's situation when you really don't know. And you don't know that. You just, you don't know what somebody's going through. So I say mental health is so important, people. Take care of your mental health. Because some people want to just test you. But you know what? Try not to allow that. Because that's something that is important. Mental health is real. That's why I do the show. Let people know you're not alone. You're not alone, people. And that is one thing I want you to understand. You are not alone. So I'm not here to tell you you are. I'm here to tell you we're together with this. So with that being said, I have an amazing guest today. And we're going to take a brief commercial. And we're going to come back with my amazing guest. So don't go nowhere. Don't leave, because I'll be right back. So I'll be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary show with my amazing guest. All right now. I always tell people communication is so important. If you are feeling a certain way, what's the best way? Accept it and talk about it. How do you feel about this situation? Talk about it. That's the best advice, is talk about how you're feeling about the situation. Whatever is bothering you, whatever's you're carrying that weight, talk about it. Because if you release it, you'll feel much better. You might think that, you're going to be judged. If you feel that someone else is in your family is keep on letting you know all the problems that have happened and they won't let it go, let them know so then you can let it go. Explain how you feel, that I'm letting that go. There was nothing I could have done. And if I did do something, well, mistakes happen. We all make mistakes. And that's what. Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary show, where we're coming live. Ooh, yes, we are. All right, guys. Like I said, we have amazing guests today. He is amazing. And when I say this man is talented, he is a person that was in my movie, Three Corners Deception. He also performs. He has music. He is a producer. He writes his own music. He sings, oh my gosh, well. And I played some of his tracks he made for the movie as well on Three Corners Deception. So you might even see that or hear that. He's a good composer, very much so. And he's a good friend too, very down-to-earth individual. And he's got good works for his music, but I want to know who he is today. It's about him. We're going to ask other things, but it's about him. So let me bring my handsome, talented, very much Gaston Edmond. Come on in here.
Hey.
Ooh, I see the wall, Gaston.
Whoa.
You may want to get in the picture.
Yes.
Are you able to get in the picture?
Yes, I have to turn the camera around.
All right. We're going to get this camera around. We're going to see him soon. And I just told everybody you're a handsome brother here. I need them to see you. I can hear you. I still can't see you. The technology is so interesting. Sometimes we think we have it all made up, and then boom, when we really need it, it just goes a different direction, right?
That's facts.
Yeah. Well, if you can't turn around, I don't know. Oh, there you go, handsome. How are ya? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can. I can hear you and see you. That is awesome. You know, at Gaston, I had gave an introduction. I said, you do so many things. You sing very well. You was in the Three Corners Exception movie, and you played, and you made music for it. I mean, I can't go on and on with your talent. But you know, my show, it's all about positive psychology, and it's about the person. You know what I mean? Because one thing about me, sharing is caring. And people need to understand we all are somebody here. And we all go through our things, but they're not alone. So, you know, what I have to ask you is, you know, these questions, and I know they are questions that only you can answer. So let me
That's true.
ask you.
Be careful
hmm
now.
Oh, stop playing there. Let me ask you, who do you identify yourself to you?
To me, that's the thing, because I'm so different. I don't know. I even I was thinking about like who else who I could represent, or even like I could mimic, or even like have like some type of a mentor. And I mean,
hmm
it's the best person is always Jesus, and then if it's like a second person, it's just gonna be me.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? And that's a good answer. I mean, it's not a wrong or right answer. That's the thing about that. Because I
yeah,
have many people on here and they always say, or somebody would say, I don't know.
yeah,
And it's like, because you know what? Over years, so many people take a long time to get to know them and what they're
true.
made of. And that craft is a revolving change. You know, when you were
Yeah,
this young, you're not like that no more. You know what I mean? Or you
yeah,
thought this way, you don't
yeah,
think that way no more. So yes,
yeah,
it's really it's how you look at yourself. And that's what I try
yeah.
to explain to people. It's not a wrong. I just say that because there's so many people living for other people. I want to make sure you know who you living for, you know. And that's something that helping people out there because people these days they're looking for leadership, and that's okay
Mm.
because I believe we're followers before we realize we're leaders, so it's okay, people. So let me just break down the wall. So thank you
So
for
now
sharing that
let me
information
go
with
to this
me.
other room.
Oh, you start. Oh, okay, I think we're having a little distort or something. Oh,
Can you hear me?
oh,
Can you see me?
yeah, I can see you. Yeah, you're coming in. You're trying to come in a little
And now
better.
can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I think it's a little distorted there, the display there, but maybe it'll clear up. I don't know. Hopefully.
I know.
I don't know. Are you still there? Can you move? You look frozen.
No.
Okay. I
Mm,
don't know. I'm not seeing you very. We seen you better in the other room.
1 second.
I know you're doing the chairs and moving around. Musical chairs, I think they call that. I know it's so weird when we have these technical issues. You know, computers are supposed to be great, and then all of a sudden it's the internet or something. Oh wow. No, it's really blurry. Hmm. Oh, I think we lost him. That was coming. I already know that. That was coming. You know what, people? We are so used to having some issues because that is life. Sometimes you just don't know. You know, you get on the internet and you think you're going to have like this great picture and everything, and then all of a sudden your computer says, no, 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 no. So it happens. But we're going to, when he gets back, we'll bring him back because I'm interested to ask him some more questions. I hope you don't think he's going to get away with not answering some of these questions because I'm curious. Because when I tell you, he is so talented in so many areas, it's just like, how do you become this person? And, you know, just asking him different things on different levels. And I'm curious. So, you know, hopefully he come back because I really want to ask him. That's all I can tell you because he is brilliant. He is so brilliant. you know, and yeah. Oh yeah, let's bring him back. If he's coming back, let's go and bring him back. I'm talking about engineer. Okay, there you go. I can see you now. Okay, we had switched out, didn't you? Okay.
All
All
right.
right. I think you're a little better there. You're upside down, but you were kind of better. I think you're just gotta flip your or turn your phone. Yeah, you're good, but just turn your phone around. You're upside down a little bit. Oop, we lost him again. We're gonna get it. He gonna get it. He gonna get it. You know what? We're gonna come back and hopefully he'll be ready to go. We're gonna take a brief commercial. We'll be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recording. Don't go nowhere, fam. We'll be right back.
Even in young individuals, older, communication, active listening, it helps. Because if a person is telling you something, try to listen to something they're saying. I have to say, when you touched about suicide too, people say, oh, well, that's the first time I heard or didn't know. Well, are we not communicating? Are we not talking?
Right.
Because how are
Right.
you not knowing what's going through in this individual's mind? Are we not asking another person? How can you be a wife or a husband and you're in the same home and not knowing what your wife or husband's going through? And then all of a sudden this person commits suicide. I think we need to change that. Where's the communication? Where is not seeking therapy? Is it our pride? Are we ashamed if we're having these thoughts? Because that's where the mental illness is developing even more, because people are not
Right.
sharing or caring enough, or it's a phase, because that's what I'm seeing, and that's across the board. It doesn't matter who
Absolutely.
you are. You could be a celebrity, you could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you could be a server. It doesn't matter, but you're human. So to me, we need to start changing the communication process. We need to talk.
Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show. Welcome back. We are still with Gaston. Come on, Gaston. We good
You just
now?
can you
Okay. Yes,
hey
you look
now
great. I
can you
know. I can
can,
see you, can hear you, the whole nine.
awesome,
Okay.
awesome. I am so sorry with the technology. I
You know
apologize.
what? Don't apologize. I already know we've been there, done that. So this is not my first rodeo. Trust me. Even
Okay.
myself, there's a lot of adjustments. You know what? Before we went on break and before we had some other issues, I want to know. I want to say I'm religious to a point that I believe in God, Jesus, the Holy Ghost, but not everybody is spiritual. Not everybody
Sure.
believes in the same religion. And it's
Right?
some type of belief though. It's something they believe in, but it may not
Yeah.
be that. And
Yeah.
and I ask these questions because when I have a bad day or something's going on, I pray. And that's my outlet, just my outlet. I want to say outlet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to know, is there a religion mechanism that follow or anything like that?
Uh, well, there's not a religion, because we all need something that make us happy. Like for me, what I do, I go walk in the parks, or like I go to the beach and I walk, but I kind of clear my mind, because once you start to like get into your mind and everything starts to get in there, and it's like a downward spiral of like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna make it in time. I can't believe this person. Da da da. Ah! You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
just multiplies with whatever is going on. So what I do is, again, I take a walk in the parks or the beach, or if I go to the gym, I'm gonna be there for like a little bit so I could beat the hormones or the testosterone or even like the frustration out of like I can't, like the stuff feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. For me, I just have to beat it out of me. Either physically, mentally, just to calm myself down, or something.
You know what? You're right about
So
that.
I wouldn't say like it's not like a religious thing. It's just something that we all as humans we need time away.
Exactly. And you couldn't say it better. We need time for ourselves. And sometimes when things just hit you all at once, you're just like, where do I go? What do I do? How do I get through this?
Yeah,
Like I said before, patience. And sometimes when things hit you like that, we don't welcome the patience. we're just like, oh, anxiety is like way up there, you know? And so it makes
Yeah.
sense to take a walk and try to calm down. And so thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that because even myself, I made a movie about things. So, I needed some flow technique, something to bring me back
Yeah.
to reality. And sometimes you just need
Yeah.
that, and I think therapy for me is talking about it, sharing about it. And some people might not use
Yeah.
that philosophy, feeling like they discussing their business. But to me, it works because if I can let that all out, then I feel a lot better. That's me,
Yeah.
just getting out because I don't think holding that all in is benefiting me at all. And I tell
Yeah.
anybody, if you're going through something, you know, seek somebody to talk to, counseling, all that. It's all available for you, So thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. Let me ask you a question. I've been
Go
through a
ahead.
lot in my life and I have some age up there, so got some wisdom in there too. And I've been through a lot of
Okay.
experiences in my life. And, I want to know, have you ever had an experience in your life or a challenge? I want to say, I know you might have had many, but you only got to give me one that it was so challenging and you didn't know how you was going to get through it, but you did. So if you can explain to me, what was that challenge and how did you get through it? Because there's people out there saying, you're not like me. You don't have problems like me. Oh, no, no, no. You're different. So, and
Well,
there's nothing wrong with them to think that way, but it's not true.
yeah.
Everybody has a challenge.
Yeah. Me as a man, I my challenge is to remind myself that that I'm a man. I need to make sure whatever my yes is yes and my no's are no's. So once I start falling off of that, then it start to like things tricky. I I brought this special lady in my life in one time, and she's a very nice girl, and things got a little too emotional, and things happened to where it kind of like she coming into my life, and I introduced her to the family and also like my spiritual family. Things start to like be a little different because it's like what's going on and people want to know what's going on. But for me, I like to keep myself private. Now, what happens is that I don't do well with like I won't say like pressure. Like example. Um, so you bring somebody in your life and things are not working out. So everybody knows this person, and now because it's not working out, they can see like there's something wrong with you or what's going on. Maybe it's her, it's not you, it's her, but it's actually me of not doing what I'm supposed to do. So what it is like because of this special lady that brought into my life at the time, she messed up my relationship with both families, and it wasn't her fault. It was all my fault because I am the leader. I am the one that's supposed to be the example. But once I was not being the example, things just like start falling off, and then people have to blame somebody, and I have to be the one that had to take the fall because I'm supposed to know better, and I'm supposed to be the man. So I didn't like it. Then things start to spiral down. I was making a lot of money, but then the money wasn't really focusing on making more money other than like it was. And then I was spending things on stuff because now my mind is not focused anymore. And I start to like trip. I'm like, maybe, I'm supposed to go over here, but I'm like, Lord, I'm not sure what's going on, but let me just go through it. I'm going through it. It's not happening as best as I was hoping it would be, how I'm thinking it should go. And then it went to like I'm like, I don't feel like doing nothing. I'm sleeping like I took naps, and my naps are like not a nap. It's like 2 hours. I just go to sleep. And it's because the depression start to hit because I don't want to talk to my family about it. I'm not anxious, but I was just kind of like feeling sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did my natural stuff, as in like making sure that I'm gonna just take my walks, make sure just to keep my physical body keep moving and don't stop. So that's what happened with me. I just have to keep on. I just have to keep it moving, and eventually God's gonna work everything out because it was not my intentions to do anything that will hurt my family or, my spiritual family, my physical family. It was not my intentions to do anything to where, I'm purposely bringing this girl because I know she's gonna like mess up my whole life. You know what I mean? It was never my intentions or even the idea or thoughts. So, anyways, long story short, where there's times where I have to go through something that obviously I wasn't prepared for and go through to where it's gonna make me a better person, and also a better man, like a better character. Because now,
And he goes. And now, well, we got through something, though. Okay, I will tell you that. Well, wow. He has an interesting moment there. I will say that what he went through, people go through that. Relationships, kind of like, I want to say, they can fail, but then it might be an experience that you needed to go through. And we just don't know why sometimes. Sometimes people say, I just picked the wrong person. I don't know if that's the case. I really want to blame that, but I think it might be a situation that we just had to make that decision, and maybe we need to get something out of that relationship that we did not know. And God knows, but we don't know. So, can I say the relationships I've had, they either made me a better person. I've learned some things about myself, because some people had let me know. And some things I didn't know about myself. And I was just like, okay, well, that's different. Now, I'm not saying they weren't bad individuals. I'm just saying it was something I had to learn from them. And maybe I just need to learn at that moment what they was offering. But, we take that and we move on. We take that and, we move on with it and we just go ahead. And I have to finish that story for him on that because relationships are challenging people. And I know that because, people say, well, 50-50, right? But it's still got to be 100 somewhere from both sides, somewhere. And I noticed the balance and it has to be. And I think that's so important. So people need to realize that. So what Gaston was talking about is so true, and I'm glad. One thing I heard about what Gaston said, and this is what people don't do. They don't take fault. Oh, it's that person, not me. The first thing he said, it was me. And even if he didn't say the percentage, I was 60%, that person was 40. He didn't do that. He just said, it was me. We know it takes two to dance. So let's be honest there. It takes two to dance. And at the end of the day, I know some people do dance a little bit more. I'm not going to throw that because there's some people that do. But acknowledging your own faults is so important. So you can grow with another relationship. So that's very important. And I think he's back. So I'm going to bring him. Well, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go to a commercial and then I'll bring him back. So while we take a brief commercial, we'll be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show. Don't go nowhere, fam. We'll be right back.
Tell me a little bit about what you do as a clinical psychologist.
Well, I see clients regarding depression, bipolar, personality disorders, because we know we have many out there. So I help people deal with that and their families and everything like that.
And of course, mental health right now at the forefront, so important as people really start to kind of work on. I feel like we're gaining ground to understand that it is something that we can talk about, that we can seek help for.
Yes, it's been important. I think a lot of people didn't realize how important it is since the pandemic, but it's been important, just like physical, your medical condition. So yes, I've always thought it was, but I'm glad that we're getting help. And, people are identifying it because that's what's important. Many people wasn't identifying mental health issues. They just thought, oh, maybe you're having a bad day. Mm-hmm. No, that's labeled depression. If you're constantly having that bad day, every day you're waking up with that feeling, you need to seek help. You need to talk about it. Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary show, powered by Sweet Recordings. We are still with the amazing Gaston. Come on in here. Okay. Well, he was back. We are going to get through it. I know we are. All right. We're going to get through it today. We have had this problem before, but we might have to bring him back another time. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how much we can get out of him. Okay. I'm just trying to get some other information from him. You know, unfortunately, this is the way it goes, people. We have these technical problems. Sometimes, we think that our phones or the computers are going to work with us. That's why human beings are so important. I know we drop it like it's hot sometimes, but we do have a recovery quicker, I think. Because I know these computers could take forever to fix and try to figure it out. So I will say that a human being could pop back. You know what I mean? We make mistakes, but we do pop back. So we got to remember that. And I think that is really important. I hope he come back so I can finish asking him some questions. But till he do, you are with me. And I could stick on that last note of what he was saying. I'll still elaborate. And I think he's back. Let's go get him. He's back. All right. Well, there you go. Okay. Welcome back. It's all good. Welcome back. Gaston, I was warming up the audience for you. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, maybe a little distorted though with your look, but maybe it'll clear up, you think?
I hope so, because this is very interesting.
Well, I can see you now. I can see you. But now I don't. Well, he just keep popping in and popping out. Okay. Well, here you go again.
I see that. I
guess I'm gonna ask you this question. Yes, you are. I'm gonna ask you this question. How important is self-care for you?
Extremely.
What makes it so important for you? What do you do for self-care? Because many people don't, they don't take care of themselves. And what do you do to take care of yourself, and why it's so important?
Well, you live with yourself 24/7. You sometimes you even answer yourself, either positive or negative. And if you don't have like a positive physical self, then the outwardly will start to show. And what I do to take care of myself is I take walks. Now, I even go play basketball, because when I play basketball, if I'm angry, I play even better because I'm just like so focused. But what I'm saying is, from within, if you're not really good from within, then there's going to be a lot of things that's going to come from within and out. So from within, you always have to tell yourself, this is going to be okay. Things are happening for a reason. Things are happening for my favor, to where it's positive. And a lot of times too, where I don't feel happy or I'm sad, and I'm just like, I don't feel like talking to anyone. So I just kind of like, do something very small just to keep myself happy. Like example, just kind of like laugh, just, and then just breathe in. Like for me, a simple thing is just like, it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. It goes a long way. So, and then of course mentally, a lot of times when people talk about, okay, this is something that I learned. A lot of times people talk about it's mental, but people don't understand when we react to something, it's emotional. Like when we like react to something quickly, or that's more effective in the decision making is emotion.
Yeah.
So I always have to try my very best to keep my emotion in check before making any type of decision. And then from then on, it's gonna go to my mind on what I could do to either better or to get out of the situation. But for me, mentally, it's very important, because it also connects with my heart.
Good, well said. And it's really true. I mean,
Yeah,
we all have to take care of our mental state of mind and our physical, and that's important because believe it or not, without it, you really can't do much. So you need
that's
it.
true.
You really got to feed that. And so that's important. Thank you for sharing that. Let me ask you, I be, at the beginning of the show, I said you're such a great singer, producer. What are you doing now?
I do now. I have my own company called UR Channel TV,
Okay.
and what that is that I make my music on how I want it because I understand music with the frequency. I also understand music with vibrationally. So I'm really really good with lyrics and I'm very good with flow. And with my most of my I have in my all of my channels they're all my music. All the ones all that I produce. Now there is a couple of them you would see like I'm not the writer, but I am the one that produces because I'm very good with flow. So I'm really good now just encouraging people or even make or reaching out to people through my music. Because the reason being is because a lot of times even after everything is done, we go out to the world, you're gonna hear music everywhere that we go. So what I do now is I sing a lot because I'm just kind of like always there's always something in my heart or always like something in my head that's gonna wanna come out like so it's one of those things and then after that I want to put it into a reason and also like a why because most of the time where we want to feel something we go to music. So that's what I do. I have like a channel called Your Channel TV. So yeah.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. So you write all types of songs, right? And you just in music and everything like that. I've heard some of your music. It's awesome. I mean, I was
Thank you.
just like blown away with, I use some of your music for the movie too. Three Corners Deception still available on Prime Video, people. And Gaston's in the movie too. So
Yeah.
I have to say that. You know what I mean? It was such a help in
Yeah.
Florida. Yes, you were. And so if anybody wanted to support you, find you, I mean, are we on like Google or YouTube? I mean, how do they really find you? Instagram, social medias? Well,
Well
can you
my
say those social medias on here?
well so the social media on my I think on the Facebook is Your Channel TV or Gaston Ed. And then on Instagram it's UR Channel TV. And also in the Instagram on what's the other one? Twitter, it's also Your Channel TV.
Oh, okay,
And
X.
people and also and on Spotify, same thing with Spotify and also iHeart it's on iHeartRadio, but there's another one. Apple
Oh,
TV or Apple Radio,
yes.
you are Channel TV, and that's where you can find all my music. If it says Your Channel TV, that's my creation.
Oh, wow. Now, I've realized when I've searched you, I've listened to other music that have different vocals. So you basically produced those, wrote the music, or just
Yeah,
produced it?
I
Both.
produced it. I produced it. I also wrote all the lyrics.
Wow, you're
Yeah,
amazing. I
thank
mean,
you.
I when you sent me some music, I was like, "Oh, that sounds good." And I know I'm naive. I was like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "That sounds like a female." But then I didn't get the gist of it. You wrote the song, you produced the song. I'm like, of course, you got different artists on there, so it just. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Cause
so
you."
I wanted to clarify that because now because of technology, the way that I'm able to do things now is very, very, very interesting. Like example, I want to be like of a soprano or an alto. I
Yeah.
can type in different things and how I want the vocals to sound like, or even like a female. Most of them, if I have like of a like example, ring ring ring, jingle jingle ring, oh ring. It's like, and then I put it into the platform and I multiply it on what I and how I want it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And with the female vocals, I put a female vocal on how I would sound like of a and then I put a female vocal on how I would want her to sing. You see what I mean?
Oh,
So now
yeah.
with these different because of it, I'm able to use technology to share my my thoughts and also share my music, I'm able to actually have these leverage to do anything that I want, specifically because it's music.
Wow. Yes, your talent is like really good. And I like your music. Honestly, I'm sitting here like, and I heard some of it and I'm like, oh, this is good. You know, I can see myself playing it in the car and going, so you're really talented. Keep it up because
Thank you.
you're really good. And I know that for years, you know, like I said, you're in the movie and his music's in the movie too. And it's just wonderful. You know, he made some that caters right to the movie, which was awesome. Though some of those love
Yeah.
scenes are, you know, some really nice scenes, and the music just
Yeah.
just brilliant. So thank you again for that. You know what?
Thank you.
We are going to take a brief commercial and we'll be right back with the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. Don't go nowhere, fam. We'll be right back with the talented, amazing, handsome Gaston.
Even in young individuals, older, communication, active listening, it helps. Because if a person is telling you something, try to listen to something they're saying. I have to say, when you touched about suicide too, people say, oh, well, that's the first time I heard or didn't know. Well, are we not communicating? Are we not talking?
Right.
Because how are
Right.
you not knowing what's going through in this individual's mind? Are we not asking another person? How can you be a wife or a husband and you're in the same home and not knowing what your wife or husband's going through? And then all of a sudden this person commits suicide. I think we need to change that. Where's the communication? Where is not seeking therapy? Is it our pride? Are we ashamed if we're having these thoughts? Because that's where the mental illness is developing even more, because people are not
Right.
sharing or caring enough, or it's a phase, because that's what I'm seeing, and that's across the board. It doesn't matter who
Absolutely.
you are. You could be a celebrity, you could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you could be a server. It doesn't matter. And you're human. So to me, we need to start changing the communication process. We need to talk.
Welcome back to the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings, where we're coming live. We are still with the amazing Gaston. Come on, Gaston. Welcome back, dear. You got a beautiful smile, lights it up.
Thank
I
you.
love it. I need that. I need that, you know. I think we all need a smile. If that's all it takes sometime, please do it.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
So I really do. You know, it's always a pleasure, you know, interacting with you and especially having you on the show. We made it through. I have to have you come back again. Maybe you'll perform on the show a little bit, you know. You know, I see you got that talent. I love it. I did that once for someone too. She sang a little acapella. It was really great. I was like, yeah, go ahead, girl. You know, there's things you can do. She's awesome too. So I think Pirsha is her name. So anyway, shout out to Pirsha. But yes, so let me tell you. So my thing is also, I want to let you know or ask you, is there a quote that you live by? Because you know, there's people out there need something. Because I know my quote, what I took from my dad, never stop trying. So I keep trying. And I know people be like, you didn't stop. I be like, no, he said never stop trying. I keep going. You know, and I feel like that's embedded in me. And I share that, you know, and believe me, I don't beat myself down. I just feel like there's always another way to do something, another way to hear something, another way to act. Because you guess what? You are the power of yourself. You could do anything as long as you want to. And I
Yeah.
believe in that. So is there a quote that you live by you don't mind sharing?
Well, the one that I always say, and it's 100% true, is life is not life without its challenges. We're gonna be challenged, and we're gonna go through a chapter in life where we're gonna have to just go through. It's really that where life is not life without its challenges. So, face the challenge and keep going.
That's right. You know what? That is true. Face your challenges. And some of those challenges are deep. And I'm going to say this. If you are having a challenge and you need extra help, call me. I'll give you the resources because I know a lot of people is willing to help you. And I try to resource people. That's why I do this show. Sharing's caring because we're all going through something. And it's powerful. You know, it really is. It's called lifing. We are lifing. And so, you know, I love that word. Lifing is lifing. You know what I mean?
We are
Just lifing.
Oh, it's called. It's called
Ooh, that's gonna be another song.
I think I'm gonna do like that.
Yeah, get me in
Hey,
there too.
remember? Yeah.
Lifing, a little bit of lifing. Just a little bit. just a little bit.
I got an idea.
just a little bit. I throw that in there. I'm more creative in different ways, you know. You know, I act up, so you gotta act up. I like it. I'm not kidding, kid. I'm on that one. Be like, oh, you didn't include me. I ain't got a little something on the track. I'm telling you, I'm working it out now.
Yeah.
I like a little something, but you know, I'm working through me. You know, I have fun. That's what I think. Have fun and enjoying music and the arts because you can utilize music in so many forms, you know, in movies and videos and just anything. And it's beautiful. And I just love the arts of everything because it's just the creativity is. So I really appreciate your art. And I really do appreciate your art. You are amazing. But let me ask you again, and can you repeat your social medias and how people can support you? Because you know people want to hear this amazing music. Can you just go over that again so people can hear you again?
Sure. It's UR channel CHANNEL TV, and it's in the Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. It's also on YouTube. Your channel TV, and it's spelled URCHANNEL TV. And then you'll find all the music, and most likely you will enjoy it. Oh, I also work with different I guess people that wants to show or express some of their music or even talent. I don't work with a lot of people because some of them are like way off, it's pretty bad out there. So I have to pick and choose because I'm positive. I don't want to be like extra read all about it to where I think I'm like sex and this and drug and drink this. I'm not really about that. I just want to stay in the positive. Now I do have songbook if just something very cool, but I don't do anything crazy because that's then it'll kind of defeat the purpose on why I have the.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a fan, and if you need somebody, you know, I'm raising my hand because I've noticed that I just like to express myself in doing things, and I just dabble. You know me, I do my own little thing, but still, it's fun, and you said a key word: expression. Just express yourself. You know what? Life is life, and you can just do that with music and all that. Yes, yeah, I say it again. That's gonna stick in your head. Life is life, and you know what I mean? Morning and the night. No, life is life, and I'm trying to tell you, I made this. Well, I ain't even gonna say because I've been practicing on something. It's a little something I got going on.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I do got a little sound. I be messing with something. The thing about me, I will say, is that I'll mess with keyboards and I'll just do something. I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't know how I got the song, but I just be messing and I record it. And I'm like, oh, can you ask me to do that again? Nope. Nope. I'm like, if you can, replicate that, then fine. But nope. I was just messing with boop, boop. boop, boop, dee, dee, boop, boop, and doing all that. And I'm getting used to this mat that my kids got, and I'm like, yeah, I'd be messing around because I'm home taking care of my mom a lot. So, and I haven't been,
And
you know,
after it's like
really
after
doing a
even like
lot.
it's done, you like you want to call it like flawless victory.
Yes, you know, exactly. Or the what? These are my morning vibes. That's what one of them is. Yes,
Oh,
and yeah. I think I got a little spin on it though. That's for sure. You know, I was saying something like that in it. Oh yeah. I should be talented because I do got this written in copyright. So yes, these are my morning vibes. That's for sure. And so, because you know, sometimes life is lifing, and I got that
life is
in
life.
there. I'm trying to tell you. So maybe one day I'll be more confident and say, okay, this is what I was doing. See now, because I can call you on the phone and say, see, listen to that. What you gonna do with that?
Well, that's true.
Work for me. Yeah, but you're way out in Florida, right? You still in Florida?
Yep.
I have to go to you and be okay doing that because you're in the good weather. Because you know,
yeah,
we
and
have funny
it's
weather right now.
up there. Yeah, up there it's pretty cold right now, but we do have technology when it's working right.
That's right. I forgot. You know how I do all that. I'm good. I could stay right here and be like, yeah, okay, because I
Yeah.
gotta
Okay.
take care of mom. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if I could even, I would if I could get her, be okay. So it's just, right now we just, I don't know. But anyway, yes, life is life, and you know what, Gaston, it's always a pleasure to see you, to enjoy the company of you. And I'm
Same.
so glad that you was a guest. Sorry we had all the issues. Maybe we'll have you back on the show again, and maybe we won't have any
Thank you.
issues. You'll be okay with this, and you'll be like, okay, because I do repeats. I do repeats.
Okay.
And
Well, thank you
maybe
so much for it. It was
yeah.
an honor to come into your show. Thank you so much. I was super
Oh, you're
encouraged
welcome.
by all of this, so thank you so very much.
Oh, you're welcome, my dear. I appreciate you. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day and the weekend to come, my dear. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. You know what? It was a pleasure to have Gas, and I wish we didn't have so many computer issues, but we did with him. His technology, but you got the gist of it. And maybe he'll come back again, and maybe he'll do some acapella, or maybe me and him could do something. Hey, you never know. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta really be confident with that. Right now, I just be playing, y'all. But I can't say that because I got a song that I sang on Three Corners Deception, Love is First Sight. So that's me singing in there. So if you didn't know, that's me doing a duet. Mm-hmm. Yep. My daughter actually wrote the lyrics, one of my daughters. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, it's always a pleasure. And this makes me feel good. Today was one of them challenging days. I gotta tell you, it was. It was a challenging day for me. It was just a lot, because like I said, I take care of my mom and, to watch her up and down. And I just, sometimes just need a breather to just, just let it all out and laugh and enjoy. And this is what I like to do, people. That's why I do the things I do. I love it. And it helps me. So this is me expressing myself and talking to you guys and having guests on the show, but just letting you know that you're not alone. And you're not. So I want you to remember you are not alone. So let me just tell you, if nobody said I love you, I love you. I do. And I want somebody to love me too. God loves me. And I wouldn't mind the whole other people just love on me, because I want to love on you, because sometimes people just don't get that. Somebody loved them. And I love you enough. I don't have to really know you. I love you enough to share the information with you. I love enough to give you information to help you because I care about what you're doing. So just remember that there is somebody cheering for you for the next day because I'm doing the same. And I want to bring you with me. I'm not even asking for the whole week. I'm just saying one day at a time. That's it. That's all I'm asking people. Just stay in the fight one more day because life is life. And I want you to understand that you are not alone because it's life and for me too. So with that being said, I want to say thank you for tuning into the Dr. Meleeka Clary Show, powered by Sweet Recordings. And I want you to have a wonderful, blessed rest of the day and the weekend to come. May God bless you and you take care of yourself, okay? All right now. Till we meet again.